Alright, so in today's video, I'm doing something different. Usually I just post highlights and stuff like that, but I want to, like kind of have like one video a week of where it's something where it's different, because I upload 3 times a week. So Saturday would be another highlight video, but I wanted to make a tier list for the people who generally want to know what are the best ops and what I feel like are the best ops. So I'm just gonna, I went on this website and I'm gonna just make it whatever I want, you know what I mean? So I also added one for needs changes, because I feel like there's some operators in this game that I feel like kind of just need to be like reworked. So starting off, let's start off with Ying. I feel like Ying is a good operator. Like, I feel like she was in C tier when she had her, before they gave her smokes again. But I feel like now she has smokes, and like, I think now she's like, what does she have, 3 or 4 Yings? Like, I feel like she's just a solid B tier operator, because if you throw your Yings, and then 3 smokes, like, you can literally just rush in and just plant in the site. Granted, if you destroy the ADS, of course, but if you can get the software, that's why I wouldn't put her at A tier or S tier, but I put her at like a solid B tier. Now when it comes to Blackbeard, Blackbeard is so broken. I don't know. I feel like he has to be in A tier. He's not S tier. I would say he's A tier, because you can take a Blackbeard, let's say on Consulate for example, and you can go on any window and watch any rotation, and as long as you have a Claymore or a Nomad or a Gridlock to stop people from running out, there's nothing they can do. Like, there's literally nothing they can do. Like, you can just literally slam anyone. You can get a plant off. He helps. He's very, very, very helpful. Doc, now that he's losing his ACOG, I don't know. I feel like he would have to be in B tier. Like, alright, so he's very, very good. Don't get me wrong, but he's losing his ACOG, so I feel like he was in A tier. And now he's B tier, because he can still heal. He can still heal. He's an MP5. MP5 is still a very good weapon. Don't get me wrong. But now that he doesn't have his ACOG, I feel like I have to move him down to B tier. But he's a very, very solid operator. Alright, so when it comes to Alibi, I feel like she would have to be in like a C tier. Like, she's not bad. She's a very good gun. But I feel like she's really kind of useless in a way, like when it comes to her gadget, compared to other people. We're talking about a ranked perspective. I'm not talking about Pro League. I'm talking about in ranked. Like, her gun is very good though, so I wouldn't put her at D or E. And her ability can be used pretty well if you throw them in front of doors. But I feel like she's not like a B tier. Like, she's not up there with Doc. So I feel like she would have to be like in C tier. Now when it comes to Dokkaebi, I feel like it has to be B tier. I feel like, bro, she could literally just like make a call. If you see her even in Pro League, she can just make a call. You can completely know where people are, and instead of course sitting on mutes. But it just helps roaming so much, and she has that DMR, which is very, very good. The ACOG is just amazing. Now Thatcher, this is an obvious S tier. Thatcher's S tier obviously because he can literally destroy everything in one throw. Like, anything in that area gets destroyed. It's not really a skilled operator, kind of just like a throw and destroy all utility, which is why they're reworking it for next season, I believe. Now it only disables it. But he's at 100% S tier. So now for Capitao, the solid A tier. I say A tier because I feel like he's very underrated. He can literally smoke off anything. He can really fire off any rotation, smoke off plants. Like, I might even honestly move him to S tier. Like, he's pretty, like, honestly, yeah, no. He has to go to S tier. Like, alright, so for example, like, if you're gonna go for a plant and you're up at a hatch, let's say you're like on a hatch as Capitao, and you have people go run downstairs and plant, like Old Oregon for example, you can either smoke off in front of mirrors, you can smoke off rotations, even on border. Let's say you want to go plant an armor locker's door, smoke off the person planting or where they push from, fire off, by lockers, and they can just rush in and plant. So I feel like he's like very underrated and has a very good gun too, so I feel like he has to be like an S tier. And same with Mirror. Mirror is 100% an S tier. If you ban Mirror, it's a whole different game. If you have a Mirror, you can literally hold off anything. Especially, I mean, if you have someone go below, they can do that too. But Mira is 100% S tier. She has literally her gun is a vector. Like, it's nuts. Her gun is crazy. Now, for Buck, I'd consider Buck a B tier. I wouldn't consider him an A tier. I would consider probably Sledge an A tier, because Sledge is a better than Buck. Not gun-wise, but like ability-wise, he's definitely better than him, because Buck runs out pretty quickly, and he generally, yes, he can shoot from below, but when it comes to soft breach, I feel like Sledge is just better. And he has nades too. If Buck had nades still, then I'd put him above Sledge, but he does not have nades anymore. Glaz, I feel like Glaz needs changes. Glaz is a very underused operator, and I feel like they need to they nerf him so much, and I feel like they need to buff him again or do something with him because he's broken. He's busted. Now for Clash, I feel like Clash would have to be a B tier because she's annoying. She's so annoying. Literally, you can hold like a 90 hallway. Like if you're watching Pro League when they're on Villa and they hold off 90 hall, like actually crazy how annoying that is. Like you can counter her. That's why I have her B, not A, because you can very easily counter with nades if you time it correctly, or if you go below, like I saw in that TSM match when they went below and it destroyed Clash from below in 90 hallway. But she's still very annoying, and she has like a pocket F2, but she's a very good secondary. Which is why, same with Monty. Monty I feel like is B tier as well. Because Monty's very good, but he can also obviously be countered from a C4 above him. But he is very good because he can just like stop you from entering doorways. He's pretty much a human drone, like just nuts. I feel like he's better. He's better than Clash, without a doubt. I mean, I guess Monty would be over here. I guess this is like the order of where it goes, like best Bs to the worst Bs. So if that's the case, Monty is definitely better than Clash, but I wouldn't consider him an A tier. Now for Maestro. Maestro, I feel like is a solid A or S tier. I want to put him in A tier. I mean S tier. Because Maestro can literally, he has, what do you have, 2 of them, 3 of them? He can literally just like set them up. 2 of them, yeah, you can set them up across the map and just like you can pretty much stop plants. You can spot people. Unless they have like a Sledge or nades, they're not going to destroy it. It's not going to like a camera they can just destroy. So you can just spot people and stop the plant completely. And his gun is just wild. Even though he lost Zaycog, still one of the top operators in my opinion. And same with Maverick. Maverick is the same way, as if he is just so broken. Like, not broken, but like he's very good. He's very good for what he does. You can completely stop people from bandit tricking with him. You can destroy a wall like a Thermite would. Obviously it takes longer, but you could still do that if you do the Maverick trick. So, and his gun is a very good gun. So overall, top operator. Same with Nomad. Nomad I feel like is one of the best, is the best flank watch, because I think she's better than Gridlock. I mean, yes, with Gridlock, they have to shoot it so you'll hear it. Like as opposed to Gridlock, although yes, she just like you can shoot the Gridlocks, but like you'll hear that. But like if you're a smart Nomad, you can literally just like have it in a good spot, and they have to come through, and it will make a loud noise and send them flying towards a Gridlock. They can shoot it twice and then peek you and get ready for you to kill them. So I feel like Nomad is definitely up there when it comes to like versus Gridlock for the flank watch. Now when it comes to Valk, Valk is absolutely an A tier. I wouldn't put her at S tier because her gun is pretty weak. Her MPX is pretty much like a bullet, like a Nerf gun, but her ability is 100% A tier. Literally 3 cameras, you can throw them anywhere. Intel is huge in this game, so I absolutely consider Valk an A tier. Not an S tier though, like I said, her weapon is not that good, so I would not consider her an S tier yet. When it comes to Frost, I would consider her a D tier, not an E tier, because her gun isn't terrible and her ability isn't terrible, but generally if you're smarter players, they're gonna look down to shoot it. Sometimes, if it's in a very good spot, like even I'll go into a Frost trap every once in a while, but like generally I'm looking down, I'm droning out Frost mats, so I'm destroying them. But I wouldn't put her at E tier. I feel like she's still pretty good. The reason I have her in D tier, not E tier, is because on Outback, I actually use her. If you go into dorms, literally you put them on all the windows, bro, they have to either jump in and shoot it or they get killed. So that's when she's good, because if it's requiring people to look down and shoot it or look up and shoot you, you can just swing them right when they hop in. That's why I would not consider her an E tier, but she's still a very good operator, but she's predictable. Now when it comes to Twitch, like Twitch has a B tier for me because her gun is very, very good and her ability is very good, but although she has, it only does like the 1 health now, that doesn't really matter too much. But overall, I put her at B tier because her gun is very good, but I would not consider an A tier or an S tier. Now Gridlock, I would put at A tier because she's not as good as Nomad. Because her gun, in my opinion, is good, but it's not as good as Nomad, and her flank watch is good, but it's not as good as Nomad. But it's still a very good flank watch, so I would definitely consider her an A tier. Now when it comes to Pulse is definitely a B tier. I feel like he's not an A tier because his UMP is kind of meat. It's really not that good, but his ability is very good. So like I would definitely put him at the top because you could stop plants, you could stop really anything. But he's a solid B tier in my opinion. Now when it comes to Lion, he's a C tier because he's good, but he's nowhere near where he was before. Like I'd put him over here. Like, he's really not that good anymore. He's still good. He's not terrible, but his gun is good. But his ability is just not nearly as good as it used to be. Like, sure, it's good to stop for 3 seconds. That's why he's not D or E tier. But he's not a B tier. He's just not after his nerf. Now, to Chanaka, he's an E tier as of right now. He doesn't really need changes because he's already getting changes. That's what we already know about. Otherwise, I would put him for needs changes. But he's already getting changes. So maybe on an updated one, maybe he might be B or A. But as of right now, he's E tier. He's not good. Sure, you can use him in certain situations, but overall, at higher rank, he's not being used nearly as much, and he's not really good. But if we're talking about Zofia, Zofia's a solid S tier, because she can, when it comes to like utility, she can destroy barbed wire, she can flash someone, she's a great gun, and she has an ACOG, and she has a claymore too. So she's an all-around one of the top attackers, without a doubt. Better than Ashe, obviously. She has an ACOG and she can flash, so she's much better than Ashe. Even though Ashe does have flashes, she's not the same. Now, when it comes to Kade, Kade's either an A tier. Nah, I put him at B tier. He's very good for his ability, but I think Bandit is much better. Because although like you have 4 of them instead of 2, as well as although it does cover the whole circumference of it, his gun is not that good. They nerfed the shotgun. So, and his like main gun is really not that good either. It's not bad. Like Bandit is up there at the top compared to him. Like maybe an A tier. Like, you know, maybe I can move him to A tier because he can cover 2 walls instead of just 1, like Bandit. But his gun is just not that good in my opinion. Like it's just not after his nerf. So I definitely feel like he has to stay at A tier. Now when it comes to Mute, I feel like he's a solid A tier because he can stop drones and he can stop the wall from being open. Like, drones are everything in this game, so if you could stop literally drones from coming in all around the map, it's very, very good. And as well as he has a shotgun, which is very good. Smoke shotguns is like amazing. And he has C4. So with all that utility, he's a solid A pick, without a doubt. Now when it comes to Thermite, his ability, yes, it's great, but I just feel like his gun is underwhelming. It's not bad, but I feel like compared to the other operators that there are, like, he's not the best when it comes to hard breach. Yes, he's the best for making the biggest hole, but I just feel like his gun overall with this, like, utility, it's just, like, it's not the best, but it's one of the best. It's top, without a doubt. So I put him at B tier. Now when it comes to Habana I feel is at B tier as well. Like, it's definitely goes Thermite's better than Habana, without a doubt. When it comes to getting big walls. When it comes to hatches, Habana's better. But her gun only has 25 bullets. Her gun is very good, and she has a bearing 9, so I consider her at B. But when it comes to overall, like, hard breaching a wall, Thermite's better. When it comes to hatches, Habana's better. But they're just not the best overall hard breach with an overall gadgets they have. That's Ace, without a doubt. Ace is the best. Now when it comes to Rook, I mean, he's a C tier operator. Like, his ability is really not that good. Like, what does it do? Like, nobody knows what it does. Like, obviously it helps you from like claymores and helps you from explosives, but like he's losing his ACOG as well. Like, it's not like he's like Doc to where he can at least heal his teammates. I mean, yes, he has rotates he can make, but he's really not that good. Like, especially after he's losing his ACOG on the MP5. Now Ashe is an A tier, not S tier. Ashe is A tier because her ability is very good, her gun is very good, and her stuns are very good. But Zofia is a better operator. That's pretty much what this top tier is. Like, it's like yes, Ashe is good, but Zofia is better. So therefore, for like breaching, she's better than Ashe. That's why Zofia's up here. Same with Nomad. Nomad is a great flank watch, and so is Gridlock. But Nomad is a much better flank watch. So that's why I have him up here. And for Bandit is an S tier as well. He's better than Kade. It's just his gun is better than Kade. He has C4 just like Kade does, and his ability, in my opinion, is better. It's much easier to trick, and he has 4. So he can put 2 down and go and still be able to trick the other 2 as well. Or he can also trick up to 4 times if he's tricking 1 wall. So overall, his gun, his ability, everything is better than Kade. So that's why I have him at S tier. Now when it comes to Ella is a solid B tier for me. I feel like she's a very good operator. Her ability is very good and it's very annoying. Although it can be easily destroyed, it's very annoying. And Ella's shotgun, as I know I'm the master of Ella's shotgun, I would put her at B tier just for her ability and her weapons. And Overall, I think she's a B tier. Now, I have Sledge at A tier because he's better than Buck. That's why I have him here, because he has nades. Yes, Buck can shoot from below, but he doesn't have nades, and nades are very big, because you can just nade something from below if you're going to shoot it from below. So, nades, if Buck had nades, he would be above Sledge, but he doesn't. Yes, Buck's gun is better, but Sledge overall is a better operator. Now, for me, I feel like Echo is top S tier, because he has 2 invisible drones. He has an MP5, which is very good. Plus, he's had ACOG, so like going off of right now, you know, he has ACOG as well, even though I think he's losing it. And he can completely stop a plant twice. And he can disorientate people, as well as spot people as a drone. So I feel like he can spot people as an invisible drone. He can give knowledge as an invisible drone. He could stop a plant very easily. I mean, I would not pick him over Smoke. Which is why I might move him down to A. I think I'm going to move him down to A, because Smoke is a better denial. Now, when it comes to getting information, obviously he's better than Smoke. But when it comes to a denial, he is not better than Smoke. Now, I say this because, yes, if the Echo dies, you can still use it. In Smoke, you can't. But when it comes to just denying the plant, Smoke is better. Now, yes, if you just Echo somebody, you can just stop the plant completely, but you can Thatcher an Echo, and you could shoot an Echo drone out of the area. Can't do that with Smoke. Smoke cannot be Thatchered, Smoke cannot be shot unless you kill Smoke, obviously. So overall, I feel like Smoke is a better stopper, as well as he can make rotates, because he has a shotgun, and he has a shotgun as well, which is, I think, is better, because he has some G11 as well. So overall, Smoke is better than him. Now, when it comes to Castle, I feel like Castle's a B tier operator. Castle's not a great operator overall. I feel like he is very good when it comes to working as a team. He's very good for strats. His UMP is terrible. He has the shotgun though for rotates at least, but his UMP is not good. But he's very good for strats. So I put him at B tier. Now when it comes to Vigil, I put him at A tier. The reason I'm putting him at A tier is because his gun's very good and his ability is very good. He's very annoying to go up against ranked. Sure, you can have an IQ. These are situational times, you know, if you're going to have the IQ, go after the Vigil, like, and either way, his gun is very good. He has impacts for rotate. He has a C75, which is a top tier weapon, I think, like, for a secondary, and he could just literally, like, go Vigil. He could just Vigil, be away from drones, and drones are everything in this game. So I put him at A tier. Now when it comes to Mozzie, I put Mozzie at A tier as well. The reason I have Mozzie at A tier is because Mozzie can grab drones, the 3 drones, and just drone on the map. I've made a video on why drones are so important. But drones are everything in this game, and so is information. So you could just take a Mozzie drone and have it set up in a room that they're going to push, like on top of a dresser, and they won't even know. So that's why it's just overall much better. Literally, he's like 100% one of the top operators. And he has C4, so he can C4 from below, stop a plant. And he has the Commando or Roni, whatever you want. I think the Commando is better, but that's what it is. Now when it comes to Fuse, I would not put him at C, I would not put him at D or E. I put him at B. Now listen, hear me out. I know that it looks crazy right now, but he has an AK-12, okay? I think he has smokes. Does he have smokes? The AK-12 is the best gun in the game, I think, overall, just going off the stats. As well as, he's very good to clear out a room. Not really much on windows. It's more from above that you use him on. Not really going to use him on windows, people who shoot at the windows. He's still good on windows, but people are going to shoot at the windows unless they're like a bot or don't hear it. But think about for coastline, for example. If they're in kitchen, you can fuse him above and completely get people to move off or rotate. As well as they gave him a 4th cluster. So on kitchen, if you take VIP control, you can literally fuse out the rotate and have them move off the rotate and have somebody on service door just kill somebody that's rotating off of there. So he's very good for making people move. That's just one example. He's a very underrated operator. I'm telling you. Just believe what I'm saying. Now when it comes to Blitz, I put him at C tier. I put him at C tier because he's very annoying, but like he can easily be shot in the feet. That's why Monty's much higher than him and Clash are higher than him. Easily be shot in the feet. Yes, he's annoying, but if you're competent and you're working as a team, you can easily kill Blitz. Blitz is really not that good. Like he used to be very broken, bro. He used to be so broken. I remember he used to ban Blitz every time. Like Blitz is really not that good. He's not really used a lot either. Like that's why I have him low as well. Just a pistol. Like he's really not that good. Alright, now when it comes to Finka, I'd put at B tier. because her main gun isn't bad, but her LMG is very, very good, as well as Finka Shotty is very, very good, and she can overall revive teammates. She has nades, and she can literally just like give everyone on the team no recoil plus 25 health, which is why I feel like she's a solid B tier operator. Now when it comes to Jaeger, he's the best like for destroying gadgets without a doubt, and his gun is amazing. Obviously, as we all know, for me, I think he's better than Wamai, because Wamai can only get one. Yes, he can throw his, but Jaeger has up to 3, and it can destroy up to 3 like gadgets. So up to 3 gadgets. So like it's more than Wamai's. So unless Wamai's gonna sit in one area and throw 3 of them through him, like it's just not gonna happen. That's why he's better than Wamai. That's why I feel like Wamai would be put at A tier, because Wamai is very good, yes, because he can throw his really anywhere, and it can't really get destroyed if like you have in good spots, but he can only destroy 1 at a time. So unless you're stacking up them, really not as good as Jaeger's, and his gun is not as good as Jaeger's either. The AUG is good, but not Jaeger's. When it comes to Cav, alright, listen, you're gonna hate me for this, but Cav is a D tier operator. Now let me explain myself. Cav can be used very well, but if you're playing with competent teammates, she can be killed very easily, because you could just drone her out, spot her, push to the team, and she's not going to kill you. She's not going to flick to your head and down 3 people. Yes, if you're going in solo, she's very good because she can just down you and interrogate you. But I'm talking about from a competent team. Competent team is going to drone out the Cav and pinch her. She cannot kill all of you if you all pinch her when you're roam clearing. Literally have one person go on a drone and have 2 people pinch her. She's not killing you. 2, 3, or even 4, 5 if you want. But her gun is just not killing you. Like, it's not happening. Like, if you're competent, maybe hit your shots. I put her at D tier. Now when it comes to Lesion is very annoying. Like, so annoying. Like, I actually cannot stand Lesion. Like, honestly I might even push him to A tier. S tier. Yeah, no, he's going to S tier. He's going to S tier because you can throw them all around the map, and it's a sound call to immediately know where they are. They have put out before they plant. He has impacts. His gun is very good, I think. I like his gun a lot. It has no recoil. And it's literally, you can throw as many as you want. Like, you can throw so many, not as many as you want, but you can throw a lot of them. And it's just, they're invisible as well. So, my opinion, it stops plants pretty much. It's very good for sound calls. It's very good for knowing where people are. His gun's very good, and he has impacts. So therefore, top operator in my opinion. Now when it comes to IQ, I put her at A tier. Put her at A tier because I would not consider her S tier. I would consider her A tier because her guns are very good as well. She has a G8, but I just don't think she's an S tier operator. Her gadget is very good for destroying things from below. If you need to go below, if they ban Thatcher, you can go destroy the gadgets. But I would just not consider her an S tier. I would consider her an A tier. Even with the G8, she's not an S tier. And when it comes to Capcan, I put Capcan at B tier. I'm not gonna lie. Capcan is actually can be very good if you use him correctly. Like, Capcans are just like honestly underrated. His gun's not bad. His gun's like not great, but his ability is pretty good, and he has impacts, and I believe he has impacts in C4. So gadget wise, very, very good. People are not, if you put them in dumb spots, bro, they're very good. They're just spots where people are gonna go to, like long corridors where if I play Capcan, bro, like I'm getting a Capcan kill if I know where I'm placed in it, or at least getting people to go to the Capcan. So I put him at B tier. Now when it comes to Jackal, definitely A tier because he helps so much at roam clearing. His gun is very, very good, and he has a shotgun in the secondary to just destroy hatches, to destroy floors. Therefore, he is without a doubt, A tier. No question. He could maybe even be S tier, but I'll keep him at A tier. Now when it comes to Warden, I feel like he needs changes. His ability is just terrible. Literally, it's so situational. They need to fix him. He needs to be changed. He needs to be buffed. They need to do something. They need to rework him. Because his ability is just not good. Literally so useless. Like, it's very situational. Like, just dumb. Nobody's playing Warden anyway. He's an MPX. Like, what are you doing playing Warden? Like, just, Warden is not good. Now when it comes to Knock, I put her at D or C. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with D tier. I don't know. Personally, I feel like she's really not that good. Yes, she should be quiet, but her guns are just not good. Like, there's so many other operators you can go besides Knock. Knock overall, I just don't think she's a good operator. Does she have frags? I think she has frags. I think so. I think she's getting the new hard breach. So maybe, honestly, with the new hard breach and the frags I think she has, she could be put up to C tier. Just because of her ability. Like, because of her utility. Now, when it comes to Amaru. Alright, listen, hear me out. I'm gonna put her at... Alright. I'll put her at B tier. Because, listen. She might be A tier. She has a G8. She has the best secondary in the game, SMG-11. And she has the new hard breach. So she has a lot of utility. And she could just enter in rooms very quickly, obviously, as we all know. But she could also have that new hard breach. So she is very, very viable now, I feel like, compared to what she was before. Now, when it comes to Kali, I feel like she's a D tier. Yes, she can be good if Thatcher gets banned. But, like, you're kind of crushing yourself. Like, overall, I'm talking about if Thatcher doesn't get banned. I'm talking about in general. Like, if just from, like, all operators, she's really not that good. She has a pistol. Like, she has a good secondary, like, good pistol, good C70, or not C70, Flash gun, whatever that is called. She has that, like, little pocket F2. Very good. And the sniper is very good, but dude, I'm gonna slam a Kali literally, like, 90% of the time. She has a one-shot gun. Like, it's not that good. She's good for holding angles, but I'd put her at D tier. Now when it comes to Goyo, Goyo is a solid A tier operator. His shields can completely stop people from planting. He has a good gun, and his new vector is now getting like a little ACOG looking thing. I think one of the new, 1.5 times scope. So he's gonna be much better as well. And he has a C4. So he's a solid A tier operator. Can completely change rounds. Now Orc's going E tier. I say this because he's not good, bro. He's just not. Like, I feel like I can't disrespect him that much because he can come up patches. I can't disrespect him that much if I got to put him at D tier, because like his ability can be good for hatches for flanking, but like you're running through a wall, you're losing health. Sure, he can make rotates if no one has anything to make rotate, but his gun's not that good either. Like, just not. Like, he's a solid D tier. Comes to Yana. I feel like Yana's a solid B tier because she could be very useful, and she has the G36C, the ACOG, so I mean, I think she might be losing the ACOG, but still, either way. Very good operator when it comes to an overall good operator, because she could just pretty much be a drone for you. Literally is your own drone. You can just send it in and go anywhere. Great. Literally amazing. Trust me. Now when it comes to Ace. Ace is S tier. Now I say this because he's the best hard breach in my opinion. Now listen. I say this because he has 3 of them that can pretty much make what Habana can make, except with a 1. He has an AK-12, best gun in the game. He has smokes. Smokes, literally you can smoke off a thing to just go for a plant. He is overall the best utility operator in the game, as well as his noise, his like ability makes lots of noise, so you can use it for sound, to block out sound. If you have an extra one, throw it at a wall, and you can just rush right inside. They won't hear you because how loud his ability is. That's why he is the best hard breach in my opinion right now. They probably nerf him or something, take away smokes. Like, it's broken. He's a broken operator right now. That's all I'm saying. Guaranteed a broken operator. And with Melusia, I put her at A tier. Put her at A tier because she is very, very, very good. She could pretty much just not even have to worry about an area. For like, what is it, 3 areas here? She's 3 of them, I think. I think they should nerf her down to 2. But it is what it is. Does she have 2? I could be dumb. I think she has 3. I'm pretty sure she has 3. But either way, even if she has 2 or 3, she's just very annoying to go up against. And if they destroy it, you know, because you hear them coming through, or you hear them Sophia. So she can like completely hold off an area with just her gadgets, as well as her gun's very good too. And she has a C4, I'm pretty sure, as well. So overall, solid operator. I wouldn't consider her S tier, but I'd consider her A tier. Alright, this is my tier list. Listen, this is just going off of what I think. Yes, we have different opinions, but just going off of what I see at high tier ranks and just what I've seen. Like, this is my tier list. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe do another tier list later on in the future of other stuff, from maps, elite skins, whatever you want. Let me know in the comment section down below. I have a new video coming out Saturday. Let's get to 7K, my bad, 7K. Thank you for all the support, I appreciate it. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Peace.